Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second part of our Back to School series, ProCare Expectations. I wanted to let you know ProCare is the app that we use all the time between the teachers and staff and the parents to be able to communicate with you about your child and how they are doing in the classroom and in the school each day. This is where we upload our pictures. This is where we can message families, as well as where families can pay their invoices too. So just wanted to kind of go over some expectations that the teachers and staff have and that the parents have to be able to help this transition of coming to Loma a little smoother. So I've broken down the expectations into 4 different areas. We have meals, naps, and toileting, which are kind of recording those things throughout the day, pictures and videos, communication with teachers and staff and parents, as well as the educational aspect. With meals, naps, and toileting, I broke it up into NITO and CC classrooms, or the infant and toddlers, and the primary classroom. So for NITO and for CC, meals will be recorded into the app by what was served and how much was eaten. For example, it would have morning snack, Cheerios, and apples, and John ate some of it. For naps, they will be recorded by length of time and when. It would say something like the nap started at 12:58 p.m. and ended at 2:42 p.m. And diapering and toileting will be recorded by the time and type. At 10:14 a.m., Susie had a BM in the toilet. And then accidents will be recorded as well. For the primary classroom, we have that meals will be recorded if a child did not eat or at individual requests. Some parents do like to know each meal if that their child eats, and that is absolutely okay. So if you would like to know more information than what we are providing, please don't hesitate to ask the teacher. We would love to be able to help accommodate. As well as naps, which are still recorded by length of time and when. And the toileting will be recorded when a BM occurs or if there are any accidents. So for example, you might get a message saying, John had a wet accident this afternoon. There will be a bag to take home today of clothes. Next, we have for pictures and videos. We always aim for 1 picture or video each day for each child. So when we are in the classroom, we are often taking pictures throughout the day, and that they are mostly uploaded during nap time or whatever is a quiet time in the classroom. This allows the teachers to still have their eyes on all the children, and during busy times, we are definitely not on the tablets as much, but we're just being able to take those photos. And then at the quiet times throughout the day is when we are able to upload those photos. Just wanted to let you know that videos are harder to upload due to ProCare restrictions. Sometimes the Wi-Fi can be a little wonky. So we do tend to have more pictures than videos. There have been plenty of times where I've, had a video and I haven't been able to post it due to the ProCare restrictions on how long the video can be and such. But we do really try to be able to have the video out as much as possible. And then also just letting you know that pictures and videos are often of children working with materials. So sometimes you'll notice that a lot of the photos that we post, the children's heads are down, they're working, the work is kind of the big focus of it all. But we do also love to be able to take some nice outdoor photos, nice lighting, some smiley pictures as well. But a lot of the pictures are of the child working with the materials in the classroom. As far as communication, so we have some expectations of teachers and staff, and as well as expectations of parents. For expectations of teachers and staff, the expectations that you guys can have of us is that the uploading, the updates, and the photos from the day will be completed by 4 p.m. each day. This is so that for the parents of the younger children, they know what to expect for when they pick up, when a diaper change is due, when they're going to need another feed, when they might be ready for a nap. And then as well as for the older children, that you're getting the pictures of kind of what your child has been doing in the day to be able to spark some of those conversations that I know you guys love to initiate in the car. We also will be alerting parents when supplies are low. We have started implementing taking inventory on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays or Thursdays will tend to be the time that you'll see a message coming out saying, oh, your child may need milk next week, or your child is running low on underwear, or your child needs another pack of wipes. We're trying our best to be able to give you guys an adequate time to be able to order. We all know, Amazon has 2-day shipping, right? So, adequate time to be able to order, to be able to go to the grocery store, and be able to do that before we do run out in the school. We are also going to be responding to messages from parents by the end of the day. So while ProCare is not really meant to be a real-time activity as far as us being able to respond immediately, we definitely will be able to respond by the end of the day. The only caveat to that is if a message is sent after business hours, to please allow us until the next morning to be able to respond. We will also be utilizing the learning activity on ProCare twice a month to give more insight to parents on what their child is accomplishing in the class. I'm going to discuss this a little more in our next slide. However, we've recently been given a learning activity on ProCare, which will allow us to be able to provide a little more insight so that you guys can know, you're getting these wonderful pictures of the children working in the classroom, but we can also kind of give a little snippet of exactly what that work is, or where they are, kind of on their journey of learning. For the expectations of parents, please, please, please sign your child in and out each day. This really helps us with our numbers and to be able to make sure that we have adequate coverage in each of the classrooms. Also, NIDO parents are asked to send a message with the last wake up diaper and bottle or meal that their child had coming into the classroom each day. That way that the teachers can be able to anticipate that and be able to help out, a cranky child or anything like that. Also, to respond to teachers and staff messages in a timely manner. Obviously, you guys don't need to respond by the end of the day, but in a timely manner would be wonderful. To replenish supplies when asked, and then to please let us know if you want more communication or information about your child. We are happy to provide. We all love the career that we have chosen. We love working with your children, and we would be happy to be able to provide more communication. So should you need a little more insight into your child's day, you want to check to see how they're doing because drop off was a little rough, absolutely please send a message of saying, hey, how is Susie doing? Drop off was rough, and we will be able to respond, when we can, to be able to, kind of ease your mind and to help any transition, whether it be transitioning into the classroom or maybe the transition's happening outside. Maybe your child just moved into a new home and is having a little bit of trouble adjusting and therefore is a little more clingy. We would love to be able to provide more information, to help ease you and help ease the child's transition as well. So as for the educational aspect, the teachers will be implementing the learning activity, as I said. So twice each month, teachers will post a description about your child's learning in one of the areas of the classroom and or how your child's classroom is utilizing the theme of the month. We are sending out a newsletter that will have the themes of the month that we are going to be starting. For September, it is going to be back to school and apples. And so, for example, a entry in the learning tab might say something like this. This month in primary, we are learning about apples. We did a lesson on comparing apple slices and also produced a bar graph as to who liked what flavor apples. The green apples won in the primary classroom. Your child was exposed to being able to taste yellow, green, and red apple slices and then voted for their favorite. Another example might be John is currently working on the number rods. The number rods help the child to learn one-to-one correspondence and counting, and John is currently able to count up to 7 without any mistakes and is working with numbers 8, 9, and 10. These things are going to be able to kind of help you see how your child is working in the classroom, just kind of exactly what your child is doing. We really feel like, we do have our parent teacher conferences that are twice a month, or sorry, twice a year, but we want parents want to know more. And so this is a way for us to be able to provide some more information and be able to also be able to have you communicate with your child just what they are working on and what their interests are in the class. So I also have the more specific details about your child's progress in the class are discussed in the semi-annual parent-teacher conferences. But should you have any questions outside of those times about your child's progress, please just send a message on ProCare to your child's teacher, asking for a phone conversation to be scheduled. We would absolutely love to be able to communicate with the parents on what their child is doing. And this can be for all kinds of things, whether it be academic or social emotional, or just transitioning into the classroom. All of these different aspects of your child's success in this school, which are touched on in the parent-teacher conferences. But sometimes, with it only being twice a year, it's a conversation that needs to be had early, and that's totally fine. So if you just send a message out on ProCare, then your child's teacher will be able to set up a phone conversation so that you guys can really be able to sit down and talk and to have the information. So that's what I have with ProCare expectations. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, thanks.